Let's look back at National 2 North now, where there were some big results for a couple of teams in the bottom half of the division. Starting with 13th place Billingham, where a hat-trick from National 2 North Player of the Week Dan Dixon helped his side to a brilliant 39-17 victory over 4th place Fylde at Greenwood Road. Back-to-back home wins now for Peter Evans and Dan Finney's side after an excellent second half showing where Billingham scored 4 tries, and it leaves the North East outfit in a much healthier position as things stand. And before we show you the bottom half of the table, there was also a key victory for Preston Grasshoppers at Sheffield Tigers, with Dan Orwin's troops snatching a 34-27 victory at Dormoor. Remember, going into this game, Sheffield Tigers were targeting a 3rd straight home win, but Preston's new signing, Sam Freeman from Rugby League side Whitehaven, made an instant impact as his 79th minute try won it for the Lancashire outfit, while fellow debutant Josh Ree, who signed from National 1 club Darlington Moden Park last week, also found himself amongst the tries. So an excellent win for Preston Grasshoppers, and 11 points from their last 3 games means Preston have moved up to 9th in the standings, while that aforementioned success for Billingham means they are now just a single point away from climbing out of the danger zone. And incidentally, as you can see, they still have only played 16 matches, have Billingham, and their extra game in hand comes at the end of this month away at Otley, so that could be a huge clash in 2 weeks' time. At the top of the table, the title race narrative continued last week, as did the consistency of leaders Leeds Tykes, who scored 33 points for a 4th game in a row to see off Hull 33-24 away from home. A very strong start from Pete Seaborn and Pete Lucock's side punished Hull as this efficient Leeds machine made it 8 wins on the bounce, and they stay top of the table. And with Lim not in action, Sheffield are up to 2nd after securing a 10th victory on the spin, which is now the current longest streak in National League Rugby. Anthony Poser's side with very good value for this win, a 7-try 46-13 victory away at Harrogate, and all that has done is whetted the appetite further for next weekend's meeting between Leeds and Sheffield at Leeds. So all roads seemingly lead to that one next Saturday, but round 18 comes before that, where Leeds Tykes go to 5th place Wharfdale, as you can see at the bottom of our fixture list. This corresponding fixture was extremely tight last season, with Leeds prevailing 12-8 at the Avenue, and considering Wharfdale have won their last 6 at home, it could be a major hurdle negotiated for the Tykes if they are to depart the Dales with the desired outcome. So a big game for Leeds Tykes, and a big game also for Sheffield, while they'll be aiming to extend their winning run when they entertain 10th placed Hull. Round 6 meeting between these two almost went to the wire, but Ryan Burrows' 71st minute try clinched it for Sheffield on that occasion. And Lim, the final character in this fascinating title battle, they return to action by welcoming 6th place Tynedale to the Northwest. Now Lim are unbeaten at home for over a year, but Tyne's good form continued last week with a 41-29 win over Wharfdale, and it is now just 1 defeat in 9 for Dean Richards and Peter Southern's men. So should be an interesting contest at Crouchy Lane on Saturday. Bringing it back to the top of the list, where Chester, who we featured on last week's show, reinforced their home form with an absorbing 38-33 win over Hull Ionians. Next to Hare Lane, a bottom of the table Harrogate, who did earn a first victory of the season over Chester back in October. Fylde take on Sheffield Tigers at Woodlands. The Tigers had their momentum stunted last week, so they will want a reaction, while Fylde will want exactly the same after their defeat to Billingham. Speaking of Billingham, they are on the road against Hull Ionians, who continue to pick up bonus points despite losing their last 5 games. half of Hull Ionians' points this term have been bonus points, but they'll be keen to secure a first win at Brantington Park since the start of November. And another big opportunity for Preston as well as Otley when these two sides meet in Lancashire. Much better for Preston in recent weeks, while Otley will be desperate to halt a run of just 1 win in 8 when they arrive at Lightfoot Green.